always wondered what would happen if you dilute Xmondo color with conditioner, because Brad Mondo recommends that you don't dilute it, but you guys know me and I know the rules, but I don't follow them. So I looked online everywhere to see if anybody else has diluted these colors yet, because I was curious to see what they would look like. But nobody has, except for this one girl, Jess Lemos, I believe is how you say it. She only used pink, so I wanted to see what the rest of the colors would look like. This is as white as I can get it without completely frying it off. I kind of had a mental break this week and bleached my hair 4 times in a row. You guys saw the Joico color eraser on my ends, so then I went and bleached my roots, but I had that remaining semi-permanent black still in my hair, so you can see that still in there. So then I did a second round of bleach just specifically on that black dye, and that's what it looks like after that. And then I was like, yeah, my ends aren't going to be light enough still, so I went back over it with what I thought was just a normal color remover. It was a different one, I've never tried it. It was the Color Off. But I quickly found out when I mixed that up that it was bleach based. But I said f it and I put it on my ends anyways. Halfway through my head I ran out. With that being said, you can see this is a lot more blue than down here. So the majority of the colors are going to be going down here. I'll show you the back, because this is as light as I can get it and this is as light as it's going to go. Now my hair is as damaged as I am. When I mix it up, I'm going to do 1 part dye to 2 parts conditioner. So we've got the super pink, super purple, turquoise, super green, super yellow, super orange, and coral. Specifically, I just showed you the colors that I mixed up for what I'm using on my hair, but I did swatches on paper to show the original color compared to the pastel color that I just mixed up for every single shade in his color line, just in case anybody else wanted to know what these colors would look like. If you're enjoying this video so far, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like button down below and subscribe and hit the bell notification if you want to see more experiments like this. I'm gonna start with all of the random colors. We're gonna be using some foils to keep our colors separate. So I'm just gonna do thin layers, that way everything's getting saturated. What color should we start with? Let's start with orange, because my orange cat is looking at me. After rinsing out the bleach and shampooing and all that good stuff, I use Prismatic Glow, as I always do. And then I actually ordered some of the Electric Rain and started to use that and let that dry into my hair. Also put in Viper Oil. And my final bleaching, when I used that Color Off, I bought this Redken Extreme Bleach Recovery leave-in conditioner, and oh my god, holy shit, that was a lifesaver. That's not looking very pastel, is it? It looked a lot lighter on the paper, but the paper is white and my hair is yellow, so I mean, it's kind of yellow. Maybe this won't be pastel, maybe it will because of the conditioner. We'll just have to see. Let's keep going. I'm just gonna have to kind of look at my root and try and make sure I'm not like putting the same color side by side. We're supposed to be getting 6 to 10 inches of snow tomorrow, and I'm not looking forward to it. I kind of touched on it earlier, but when I was explaining how I bleached my hair so much, but I had a mental breakdown and I quit my job of 5 years. I've done it once and I went back a month later, but this time I have promised myself I'm not going back. I mentally can't handle it. I don't want to be there. It's not worth it. I can do better things with my time, and my mental health has already improved so much since. I feel like I'm breaking the law putting this blue back on my hair. Don't mind me. So the green definitely looks pastel compared to the other ones. The green and the coral, I think, are the most pastel out of all of them. I hope this actually turns out pastel because I just lightened the out of my hair for this shit. The reason I decided on putting pink roots and then purple ends on top is because there's still that blue in the top. So if I put purple over blue, it's not going to affect it too much. Maybe it'll be pastel when it washes out. Who knows? So that's why I do videos like this, so that I can teach you guys a lesson so you don't have to learn it the hard way. She's got that itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that's where I blank. That she wore for the first time today. Hey, is that how that goes? I used to drink a lot. How many I pop? And that's the story of my life. And that's the story of my life. When you can't listen to music, your brain makes its own music up. Read my mind now, aliens. Have I mentioned I have never had pastel in my hair before? Almost looks like I have dreads. You ready to do mommy's hair? Yeah. You want to help? So I have decided that these little sideburns here are wet enough to put another color on them. But these right here still have the blue ends like up here. So I'm going to do the pink roots and purple ends on the top and these little front bangs here. Here's where I have the choice to leave the pink and the purple the way they are right now, pastel, or I can add more conditioner in there before I put it on my hair. The only thing is, I'm wondering if it'll look weird to have the darker, brighter colors underneath and then pastel on top. Should I just leave it matching, or I think I'm gonna leave it like this. I am very happy with the way I mixed up the super green and the coral, but right now it's looking like those are the only two shades that are really pastel. I hope the rest comes out pastel, but I'm not too confident that it will. How do you know I'm going through a mental breakdown? My hair is either really, really blonde or pink. If this were a lighter pink, it probably wouldn't matter if I had a little bit of blonde peeping through, but since it's darker, I think it'll definitely just look patchy, so scraped it clean. But I made it through my roots, so I'm just gonna flip my head over and massage, make sure everything is saturated. I think I'm gonna split this into fourths. I look insane right now. And the reason I'm doing this with my hands instead of the brush and big sections is because I know I'm not gonna have enough of this purple mixed up, and I really don't feel like mixing more up. You really want to make sure you try and blend that. It's so easy to saturate with Xmondo color. It's one reason I love their brand. Vegan and cruelty free, smells great, their packaging, the vibrant colors, the way they fade, everything, every single thing. Not to mention I'm supporting one of my favorite YouTubers. Get you some. The fact that I've mixed 1 part dye and 2 parts conditioner and they're still this vibrant should tell you just how much freaking pigment is in his colors. So I'm gonna take these foils out now with you because that's super satisfying. Scoop. Scoop-de-doop. I really like that green. I'm gonna have to take some of these out. I've never had pastel hair, and I failed. It's not pastel, but it's okay, I tried. Here's what the back looks like. Directions say you can process for 20 minutes, but I'm gonna leave this in for at least an hour. I might fall asleep with it. I'll let you know, but either way, rinse it out with cold water. What the did I do to myself? I look like a freaking troll. I did fall asleep with it in my hair, but when I rinsed it out in the morning, my hair soaked up every single drop of pigment. Not a single color rinsed out. And for the bottom, it is pastel. So I'll give my thoughts on the bottom later, but I am very satisfied with the way the bottom came out. Surprisingly, did not expect it. I kind of expected it all to be this bright, to be honest. There's no way in hell I'm going out with half pastel hair and the other half looking like this. So I'm gonna do a vitamin C treatment on this, maybe 2. Why did I do this? I'll be back. So I did 2 vitamin C treatments on this and it definitely matches a lot more now, and I can say that I actually like it. There's pink in my hair and I actually like it. Alright. So here's a close-up of all the colors. So we're gonna talk about this bottom part though, because I got really, really lucky. So there's 2 reasons why I believe that my ends turned out pastel, but these up here and these roots didn't. So number 1 is because this down was already a true white tone from where I had that blue in it. Number 2 is because I used that 4th round of bleach on my ends, it severely damaged my hair, and it's nothing against the brand. It did warn me not to use on severely damaged hair, which I already had. And I'm afraid that my hair is just so done with my that it's not taking any more color. So that's 2 reasons why I think my hair actually turned out pastel. If I were to do this again, I would definitely just leave the purple out completely up top and just have done the pink. Because I still have the blue on the ends, it would have made a purple anyways. And I knew that, but because I watched Jess's video and she had blue hair, but she put the pink over it. It still had hints of purple in it, but it was mostly pink. And I didn't want mostly pink, so that's what I was afraid of. So that's the only reason I didn't do that. But going back now, I think I would have done that. I just think it would have blended better. So I think the big question everybody's wondering is, can you dilute Xmondo colors to make lighter colors or pastel colors? The answer is yes, absolutely you can. You just have to keep in mind that his colors are super, super vibrant. I thought I mixed up pretty pastel shades, but looking at the results now up here and on my roots, I can for sure tell you that you need at least like a 1-to-4 ratio. There's just so much pigment in his dyes. I should have stuck to my gut feeling and put more conditioner in the pink and purple before I put it on my hair, but I didn't, and then I had to go back and do the vitamin C treatment. Sometimes you should just follow your gut. So for the sake of getting this video up sometime this week, I'm gonna post this video now, but if you guys wanna see how this looks when it's curled and braided, my Instagram will be linked below. And if you guys could please go down there and hit that like button, I would really, really appreciate it if you found this video helpful, because other people need to know how pigmented his dyes are, and if you're gonna make them pastel, you really should dilute them a lot more than I just did. So, you like this video, more people can see my mistake and learn from it. While you're down there, hit that subscribe and bell notification, because I just severely damaged my hair. So next week, we're gonna be trying out a different brand. I didn't intentionally damage it, but sometimes it just works out that way. Remember to keep your heads up and have a great day. You went up. Well, I was gonna film, but somebody wanted attention.